They just filled in the blanks and signed the agreement and went ahead and bought the property. And unfortunately, a few months after they moved in, they found that there were several defects that if they had known about them, they wouldn't have purchased the house, or at least they would have required the seller to fix them first. Hi, I'm Spencer Stromberg. I'm one of the attorneys here at Lucent Law. I recently had a phone conversation with a potential client, and I was not able to help this person. And so the reason I'm talking to you today is to try to help people avoid the same problem that they had. They had bought a house and they had found several expensive problems after they had moved in. And these people had found the home for sale. It was not listed with a realtor, so they went looking for a purchase and sale agreement, and they got a fill in the blank document from a local title insurance company. Neither side talked to a real estate broker or a lawyer about the transaction. They just filled in the blanks and signed the agreement and went ahead and bought the property. And unfortunately, a few months after they moved in, they found that there were several defects that if they had known about them, they wouldn't have purchased the house, or at least they would have required the seller to fix them first. But because they didn't have any advice, they didn't know that the seller should have given them a written disclosure statement describing any defects in the property, and they didn't get advice to hire an inspector. They thought because the house was only a few years old that it didn't need to be inspected. Well, I know that that's not always the case, and any home should be inspected before it's purchased. Any buyer should get that written disclosure statement from the seller. And unfortunately for these people, there's not much I can do for them. The law in the state of Washington is essentially buyer beware. So if you're buying a home, you need to do the inspection, you need to ask all the questions, make sure you're satisfied with it, and your purchase and sale agreement needs to have a contingency that would allow you to back out if you find things that are wrong with the house that you don't feel comfortable moving ahead with. So there are a lot of these transactions where there's no realtor involved. You know, when there is a realtor involved, they know the laws, they give advice, they encourage people to get inspections done. If they're representing the seller, they let them know that they have an obligation to make these seller disclosures. But when there is no realtor involved, where do you go for that advice? Unfortunately, fill in the blank documents are not really the right answer for most people, because most people only buy and sell a handful of homes in their entire lives. They're not experts. They don't know what the law is. And that's where we come in. We offer a fixed price purchase and sale agreement package. We'll consult with whether it's the buyer or the seller. We'll represent either one, but only one per transaction. We only represent one side at a time because we are the lawyer for that party. We'll let them know about their obligations. We'll let them know about their options, what kinds of contingencies can be included in that agreement. Whether they, as a seller, have those disclosure obligations. As a buyer, we always encourage people to get that inspection done, even if it's brand new home. Even a new home can have defects that a thorough inspection would disclose. So with our fixed price purchase and sale agreement package, we consult with the client about the terms of the agreement. We help get the agreement executed, and then we help along the way, because things can come up after the purchase and sale agreement is signed but before closing, and we're here to help with that entire process. So the transaction is on property that's located somewhere in the Spokane region, we can handle the closing, which means we're a one-stop shop. The closing fees are separate from the package price for the purchase and sale agreement, but we're competitive with all of the local title companies and closing agents. So we find that a lot of our clients want to get it all done in one place. If you happen to be trying to buy or sell a home without a real estate agent involved, please give us a call. We work with people across the entire state of Washington and Idaho, and we can help you get your transaction done.